And peace and black power, everybody. Want to welcome you to another NCRBGZ Productions. Like always, we ask you to give us a thumb up the video, leave the comment, share the video, let your friends know that we live. And again, I always like to thank you for taking the time out your busy schedule to actually watch the video, to listen to what we got to say. And, we really do appreciate that. With that being said, we got a nice show set up for the family. This Wednesday, this one we usually go into our current events. So we got a lot of stuff going on in the world that we're going to discuss today. And we're about to get it in, family. So with that being said, I want to give my panel members the opportunity to introduce themselves to the family. And we're going to go right in.
Hi, I'm Julie Smith from Wolverhampton in the UK.
Peace, this is Master U, here for a great discussion.
Hey, peace, fam. It's your brother in the back. And same thing, just here for a good discussion.
Peace, family. This is Leonard Walker, Greensboro, North Carolina, here for a good discussion. My first time on this discussion, so I'm looking forward.
Peace, family. It's your brother Neb Amaray here for a good discussion.
Yeah, and I want to thank y'all actually for taking y'all time out to be here today, man. Because y'all can do other things as well. I know everybody got a life. I'm Julie in the UK. It's probably around 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning over there. So I appreciate you being here. With that being said, man, it's current events day, man. It's time for us to talk about some current events. So whenever we do current events, I like to start off with something I deem positive before we go into the BS. So earlier today, I saw that something happened in Gastonia, North Carolina. Yesterday, it was a sister went to a place to get ice cream in Gastonia, and some white supremacists beat the sister up yesterday. Well, today the New Newton Gun Club went up there and they shut the store down. They actually went live on Facebook while they was there and basically shut the store down. They was out there locked and loaded. Gastonia is a small town, but I think it's close to Charlotte in that area, redneck city. And they went out there and basically shut it down for a little bit today, man. So kudos to the brothers. I will. Matter of fact, hey Leonard, do you know where Gastonia at? Are you familiar? Okay.
Yeah, it's down by Charlotte. Matter of fact, there's a brother down there, a brother named Scotty Reed, that does Black Talk Radio out of Gastonia. One of the things he's fighting for is the removal of a Confederate statue from the courthouse down there. So yeah.
Now I'm gonna say if you can expound on that a little bit while I pull the clip up.
Oh, okay, yeah. Gastonia, down by Charlotte, and like I said, is we got a brother down there, brother Scotty Reed. This into the movement, into the consciousness. He what he's all about is he's a part of a group called the New Abolitionist Movement about prison reform and about how how basically the prison system is just a new form of slavery. And he does a radio show from out of internet radio show from out of there. But yeah, like I said, it's all types of stuff happening in the Carolinas. So all types of stuff. So yeah, so you say yeah, that's one thing is we're getting to the point now where people have to suffer. And I believe in that. I believe that if you are out here and you do something, you're gonna if you do something and it's foul, you really need to suffer the consequences. All right, and not just for yourself, but for everybody's watching. All right, you know, if you got white supremacists or Klans members or whomever, all right, and they do something to one of our people, we cannot allow that to happen anymore. It just can't, because we, you know, I mean, we would like the authorities, but at some point in time, these people have to know that you better not think about doing anything to any of our people ever again, because there will be consequences to take. We're getting to that point now. See, so, and you know, these people obviously are not afraid of the police, because a lot of times many of them are the police. So, you know, they're not afraid of the law. They're not afraid. So they, you know, and that's the thing, is they feel like, okay, so, you know, we can just do whatever we want to do to whomever, okay? And there's not going to be no consequences behind it. That has to stop. So this is where we're getting to that place, you know, where consequences are coming behind, you know, some action. And see, they have to happen, because people have to think. So, all right, if I go and do this, oh shucks, I might have, you know, this or whatever, you know, happen. So, you know, I mean, that's a form of peace, right? If people fear consequences, right, then a lot of this kind of stuff will lessen. You know, if people don't feel consequences, don't feel like nothing's gonna happen, or, you know, your life is of no value, then they'll continue to do this kind of stuff. So
Yeah, so that's a good thing. So I'm gonna share my screen, y'all, and we're not gonna watch that much of it, you know, but I did want to start off. To me, this is something that is positive, because it's Black men standing up for the Black woman. So, you know, I always like to try to start my you know, the current event show off with something I deem positive. So I'm gonna play this. We probably not too much of it though.
Hold the line, hold the line. Yeah, we out here at Tony's Ice Cream Parlor. That's right. You know what I'm saying? They done shut down. They shutting down. It was a lot of people in there. They going at the motherfucking back doors right here, right? So they motherfuckers think they slick. You know what I'm saying? They going at these doors right here. They going at the side door. It's the side door right there. It's got there. You see that? You see? Y'all look. Y'all see them headlights on right there? That's an undercover police. You see him? Undercover right there. This motherfucker standing down there. We on East Franklin Boulevard. If y'all from Gastonia or surround, y'all know this is a main strip in Gastonia. Last night, these crackers at Tony's Ice Cream Parlor, right here. Y'all see that big ass sign? Hold on. Y'all think it's a fucking joke. Look. Oh, this right here. You know what I'm saying? We at Tony's Ice Cream Parlor. You feel me? Goddamn. You know.
You see him, he get all the license plates number off the cars.
This is where we at, Tony's Ice Cream Parlor. Can y'all see that? Y'all can see that? All right, we at Tony's Ice Cream Parlor. I'm getting all these crackers. Motherfucking shit. You know what I'm saying? Shut them down. Once again, playing no games. We ain't no motherfucking slaves. 2020. Fuck them. Straight like that. Right here. See crack over there. Crack over there recording this shit. Blow his ass up. He recording, I'm recording here, you recording up. Yeah. Tony's Ice Cream Parlor.
Yeah,
ain't has no attention. Look, they so scared they going at the side doors and shit. They ain't coming through the front, they going at the side. The motherfucker just had the American flag right there, he took him down. Look, he going in the side door. You know what I'm saying? That's what they doing. Side door action. You know, in the club. You know, rapper in the club, he afraid he get raw, he go out the side door. They going at the side door. Oh, it's real. Real. We deep. Deep as hell. No games played. Told y'all this ain't no game. I ain't no motherfucking joke, bro. We not no fucking joke, bro. Stop playing with us, man. Real nigga shit. You already know, Paco. Stop playing with us. Stop playing with us. Ought to go with Karen. Ken to Karen. Look, he called the fucking law. Cracker. That car up there in the front.
But yeah, that's enough, man. I ain't gonna share it all, man. But basically, what happened was it was a sister went to that restaurant day before yesterday, and some white supremacists, because she was an activist, they smacked up and shit. So they got all their guns and they went down there and shut it down today, man. They went out there and stood in front of the store and shut that motherfucker down. And I wish I would have had the very first video. That was the second video. The first video is when they first walked over there, and you can hear the white folks inside the store turning their backs and shit, and people yelling "white power" driving by and shit. So it was when they first went out, it was different. But you know, it just shows black men and black women also, but it shows a little bit of solidarity within us, meaning that we're not just laying down letting this shit happen no more. Like if you smack one of us, like and if the right people find out about it, we coming to see you. And that business bore the and you know, if you keep watching that video, he was calling out the KKK like, where y'all at, you know? But y'all want to expound on that, and then we can go into something else.
It's good to see us standing up like that. And around that area, man, outside Charlotte area, it's real bad, man. The counties out there, real redneckish, man. You know, outside of Charlotte and stuff, it's damn near worse in that area. Seharu. But I'm glad to see the brothers and sisters standing up. That's what we got to do from now on out. You know, I'm passing the mic to somebody else. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, it was peace seeing everybody come together, man, for you know, protecting the sister. You know, I hear like a lot of women now. You know, not me personally, but I'm talking about like basically on internet, whatever, saying that women don't trust black men, they don't feel safe for black men. And so a lot of times, you know, we get these negative stereotypes about us. And then when you do have a black male who's willing to stand up and fight and do something, you have a lot of people who end up coming against, you know what I'm saying, against a black man who does so. So it was good to be able to see, you know, a black man out there coming to the defense of, you know what I mean, of a black woman. But also too, man, I'm just gonna add on something real quick, and it may not be very, very popular, man. I would say this until the cows come home. Everybody I mean, at the end of the day, it's always gonna be you. You are your own person. You know, as we said the other night, it's self a savior. Ain't nobody coming to save you from no sky. It ain't never happened. It ain't gonna happen. You the only person that's gonna save you. You get what I'm saying? So all the other stuff, and this way, all in it's not gonna happen. It ain't. All these premonitions, that ain't happening. The only time things really change in life is when you put one foot in front of the other. You get what I'm saying? Some things may be simple, but you know, it's not always easy. So if black people want things to change for us in the world, period, one, we have to begin to take ourselves serious. And once we begin to take ourselves serious, other people will hopefully see that. But some people won't. And so a lot of people are going to start taking things that brothers and sisters do now, they can start being serious about it. But to further add on to that, we need to begin to take our own self serious, man, because unfortunately, man, you know what I mean? And this ain't me trying to come off the beaten path. You know what I mean? I see a lot of us attacking each other, man. You get what I'm saying? I'm talking about like really, really like on some devilish stuff, man. You get what I'm saying? Like, I remember I used to go to clubs, man. I don't mean to go on no rant. I used to go to clubs, man. If somebody stepped on somebody's shoe and quickly there'd be a fight. It was never a brother, I apologize. It was never like that. And so we there's a lot of things within us ourselves, man, because we still look at our own people as our enemy. And that in and of itself has to stop. You know what I'm saying? That stuff has to stop too. Outside of, you know, the other stuff that's going on in the world, man, ain't nothing gonna change for us until we start learning how to love each other correctly. And that's my piece.
Peace and blessings, family. Yeah, like I said, it's good to see us coming together because, you know, things have consequences. I was looking at a video earlier where you had this was an elder sister, all right, she's grandma, all right, grandma, and she had some woman, some white woman attacking her. She was, you know, just rolling up on her, calling her all types of names, you know, getting ready to call her the N-word, all that kind of stuff. And as she was rolling up, okay, you know, as this woman was rolling up, grandma was in retreat, all right, she had her back turned and she was walking away. This woman was running up on her. As she was running up on her, her grandson cold cocked her and knocked her out. Now, you have a lot of people that say, okay, oh man, you know, that was kind of a punk move because, you know, you should never hit a woman like that, especially a woman, you know, that's older like that, you know. And then you had somebody say, no, that's grandma's fight. That's, you know, grandma needed to be able to fight, you know, her own battle. I'm just going to tell you right now, that's a bunch of bull, okay? Plain and simple, right? As a warrior, grandma is not a warrior, okay? You have warriors that are warriors. Grandson is the warrior. I don't care who's running up on grandma because at that point, you don't know what that person has. You don't know anything. You have to get off of this. There are rules to this game because there are no rules to this game. If somebody is attacking your grandmother, I don't care who it is, or they about to attack them, you don't know what they got. You see malice in their eyes and their heart. You as a warrior are supposed to protect those who are weak and vulnerable, right? You had a lot of people, you know, oh, you know, but here's the thing: is what needs to happen is good to see these brothers come together because you have a lot of good brothers, all right, that are warriors that will protect, but they stand alone. All right, these brothers can't stand alone. Good warriors and good brothers can't stand. So we got to get together and come together and say, brother, I got your back. You know, we're not gonna let, you know, if you go to war with somebody, I'm in the foxhole with you. All right, I'm going to war with you. And see, when that happens, then, you know, our men will start taking our communities back. Right now in our community, there is a vacuum, a power vacuum at the top of our community. And who's up in it is you have the criminals and you have, you know, all these other people. You have women that are in it that don't really need to be in it because they're just not in a position to deal with that type of power. That's not their role. All right. A woman turns into a warrior when it comes to protecting children. All right. A man turns into a warrior when it comes to protecting his community and his woman, because his woman makes him immortal, right? So, like I said, it's good to see these types of things happening more and more. Now, what has to also happen, and I know people want this, is if you got people out here executing babies and shooting little children, that absolutely has to stop. You automatically become the enemy when that type of stuff happens. You know, you become the enemy. I don't care what you look like. You are the enemy now because you're killing our babies. And that's something we have to deal with in our community. Now, that's not something we talk about because we don't air our dirty laundry. We just go out and do it and handle it, right? You know, we just handle that thing. All of a sudden, you know, crime is dropped. Ain't no drug dealers, ain't this, ain't that, because we didn't just handle stuff and we ain't told nobody about it. And that's how we handle that. But let me get off of that and let everybody else go ahead and get a piece.
I'm gonna say one thing real quick, brother Leonard was just saying. He is absolutely right. That's why I'm saying we have to learn to love ourselves more. If you are in any community, this I don't care what color you are. I don't care what color you are. If you around here like beating on women, just beating on women for no apparent reason, because you feel like you are alpha male and she won't listen to you. You beating on women. You out here trying to kill your kids. You get what I'm saying? You out here on some pedophile type stuff. You randomly just doing stuff in your neighborhood that's not righteous. Then you worse. You the worst kind of devil on the planet. You got to go. We don't have no need for you because all you doing is causing death and destruction, and you sowing seeds of hate and animosity amongst your own people. That's not needed, and it has never been needed in our particular community. And further add on to what the brother was saying, I'm gonna tell you right now, nobody better hit my grandma. Point blank. Period. I don't care if you. I'm telling
Damn
you,
right.
it ain't it. And how I grew up, ain't no such thing as no fair fight. People talking about, oh, you supposed to jump nobody. That's not what I heard. We was raised growing up. If you see somebody hit your cousin, all y'all better get in. It ain't no
Yep.
such thing. It ain't no such thing.
There ain't
All
no
that
way.
little stuff. This ain't no boxing match. It's a street fight. Ain't no fair fight. No. So if I see you going to hit my grandma, well, somebody better get to you before I do. Point blank. I don't care what you are. You better not.
Not even hit my grandma. If I see you in an aggressive manner,
Facts.
you better hope I'm not around.
Mm.
You can't even be in an aggressive manner toward my grandma. No.
That's right.
And Leonard hit it right on the head. You out here killing little babies, you ain't no good to us. If you out here killing little children and innocent women, you need to have your head chopped off. And the streets need to take care of these people, because if the streets take care of them, then we'll set a presidents. So everybody in the streets will know this is what you better not do. You better not go and shoot up a random apartment and kill some innocent children because you after somebody if you couldn't wait to find that person and look them in the eye and shoot at them, or shoot at them when they looking at you and sort of just want to shoot blindly. No, we need to make set precedents for stuff like that, and the cops shouldn't get them. We should get them first, and they should be made. A lesson should be made out of that. I agree wholeheartedly with y'all on that. Hold up. Julie, did you want to say anything on what we're talking about, or you wanted to wait?
Yeah. I don't really know the story, but watching that video, it's nice to see, the guys coming out to protect the lady and such. However, his language disturbs me in the sense that American culture seems to lack a lot of love, for just general love for each other. And it's like you've become desensitized to a lot. I remember being on a phone call to someone in Chicago, and I could hear the TV in the background, and a 5-year-old was shot, and it was like nothing to him. I cut the conversation. I said, put the phone by the telly. I want to hear what's going on. But it was just another child being shot. If a child was shot here, it would be breaking news. I'm not saying England is, but wow, I don't know. There seems to be a great lack of love generally in the world, but in America, it seems more so. I don't know. It's just my opinion anyway.
I can understand where you're coming from, but from that instance, that is a general leading his army in war right now. So he is looking at, he have a clear enemy. And when you talk to your enemy, you don't talk respectable to your enemy. So he's looking at himself like he's a warrior on the front line of the battlefield. And you can't be on the front line of the battlefield watching how you talk about your enemy. You get what I'm saying? You're not going to be diplomatic at that point. Diplomacy is out the window. But I understand what you mean as far as in general. Like, in general, it seemed like, and I do believe in America, they have numbed us to certain things wherein, like we'll pass by somebody that's looking for a ride, got their badge, like they kicked out, they ain't got nowhere to go. We'll just drive right by them, or see somebody with a thumb stuck out. Like, I do feel like we are numb to certain things. I think because, this is the world we live in. But I don't think it's right, because I think that we have to get back to, you have natural laws of nature, then you have man laws. And I think that a lot of us are too much worried about man laws, and we have got away from the natural laws of nature. And we have to get back to the natural laws of nature and prioritize them. But a lot of us are prioritizing man laws, and we have to change that. But so what I want to do, since everybody had a chance, I see I'm gonna share my screen so we can bring up another conversation. Hey Neb, I'm gonna send you everything you need for the young lady that can get in. Just give me a second. Let me share my screen. What I wanted to do, I wanted to talk about, let's change subjects. And I wanted to talk about Here we go, right here. Not the suspect. I want to talk about the judge. They found the killer, the shooter of the federal judge. You know, the judge who they killed her husband and shot her son. And come to find out that this federal judge had been appointed. She had been assigned to the Jeffrey Epstein case. This shooting happened. It's a federal judge, son 20 is shot dead, and her criminal defense husband is critically injured after a gunman disguised himself as a FedEx driver, ambushed their home 4 days after she was assigned a case linked to Jeffrey Epstein. Now, just the sophistication of disguising themselves as a FedEx driver, just that in itself tells me that this is more like a hit. Because most criminals ain't disguising themselves, they just waiting. But this person disguised themselves, and 4 days after she was assigned or linked to this case with Jeffrey Epstein. Now we all know that they have his associate. I don't know if it was his wife, girlfriend, but it's a woman that has close ties to him that they just picked her up a couple weeks ago. Now, right after a judge get assigned to this case, 4 days after that, somebody come in there, kill her son, tried to kill her husband, would have probably tried to kill her also. So what do y'all think about this, man? You know, y'all, it's open to discussion, y'all. Tell me what y'all think. I'm gonna try to get this information. You know, do y'all think this is a professional hit? Do you think, oh, this is just something that just happened, a chance, or you know, or is it something a little bit more to this?
To me, I think it's a big old fruit basket. It's a big old fruit basket. I don't know what's going on. I heard about him in a pedophile ring and ties with all people in politics and government. That stuff don't surprise me, man. That stuff don't surprise me at all. That's why, man, we have to be mindful of where our kids are going or who our kids are hanging around. There's I want to say in Atlanta has like a really, really big like sex trafficking is big in Atlanta, if I'm not mistaken. Somebody, you know, quote me if I'm wrong, but none of this stuff surprises me, man. People will go to great lengths in order to protect their secrets. You know what I mean? Remember Ray Caruth had killed his baby mama?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what I'm saying, and people say, why would he do that? He had all the money in the world. A lot of time it ain't about money. It's just an issue of power and, you know, issue of you being able to do certain things you want to. And once you start threatening the power of people, they'll do whatever they can to maintain it. And to me, that's very, very dangerous, man. Imagine how many powerful people on this planet, people that you see on TV every day that you find out were pedophiles, big NBA stars, you know, in part of pedophile rings. They will kill before they let that stuff come out. They will kill and they will fight tooth and nail. You understand what I'm saying? And it's really sad because, you know, I got kids, and a lot of you all on this phone call have kids or kids that you're close to in terms of being like, you know, nieces or nephews or just close friends of the family, man. And people are like, here, they kidnapping kids and doing stuff to them. I mean, to me, that's very, very sick, man, for a grown person to do something to a child. You get what I'm saying? To any child, regardless of race, creed, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's nasty, man. You a 30-something, 40-something year old man or woman, and you want to do something to a little kid? I think your whole head should be cut off. Point ain't no, don't. You don't have no time to suffer. Just gonna chop the head off. Good night, goodbye. Send you to jail for what? And people will say that's brutal. A kid getting brutalized, man. You can never take that away from a kid at all. You can never take that away from a kid, man. So please, man, if you all have kids, don't let your kids go somebody's house if you don't know them. Because I be doggone, you stay in a who house. I don't know their mom or their dad. I ain't even sitting inside of the house. That's a no for me. You can't stay. I don't care. You ain't going. You going to who party? Not today. Going back. And I'm not saying I'm a a very, very strict father is not what I'm saying. But if I don't know you and you're not writing exact, I'm sorry, you can't watch my kids and my kids can't stay at your house because I don't trust you. And that's no disrespect. Because something happened to them, you're not gonna be the one on the front lines. It's gonna be me. I'm gonna be held liable for that. So anyway, that's my piece, man. Y'all please protect y'all kid and protect kids in general. Period.
Hey, Neb, check your text message, bro. I sent you the information.
I'm doing it right now. Y'all go ahead. I'm gonna get on that. Y'all go ahead and speak, y'all. I'm gonna do that right now. Go ahead.
Yeah, that does sound like can you guys hear me? Can y'all hear me good? Okay. Hello, can we hear me?
We hear you. We hear you.
Yeah, we hear you
Okay.
good.
All right. Yeah, I had to change headphones. Yeah. As soon as I heard it happen, I was like, when you start seeing judges and judges' family members and things get killed and they on certain cases and stuff, yeah, and especially if it's up in the Northeast, if it's New York, that area, like I said, you got people disguised. Yeah, that was a hit. Okay. And like I said, is that's a rabbit hole that goes pretty doggone deep. And what that boils down to is that you have people in this world, power is kind of is a very addictive drug. Imagine having the power to do anything you wanted to do and not get caught doing it or have to pay the consequences of doing it. So whatever fetish, whatever type of sick fantasy, whatever type of whatever trips your trigger, okay, you can do it and nothing to happen. That's what we're dealing with. We got people that are in these types of cabals or these types of rings or in inner circles that do these types of things. It was just like, back in slavery where, if I own a person, we're gonna have a rape party. We'll come in, I'll bring some of my other little buddies and we'll go and rape the female slaves, rape the male slaves. It's the same type of thing that goes on now. So the only thing is that's illegal now, but it's illegal if you don't have enough money. These people have a whole lot of money. And like I said, they stand to lose a lot more. So now, when you have opposition, you know what they say, dead man tell no tales. So, these people are willing to kill to maintain their fetishes and their, and to maintain the secrecy. And just what's bad is they know they're wrong. But if you know you're wrong for doing it and you just continue to do it anyway and cover it up, that means that you're just evil. Okay, this is not somebody with a psychological problem or an impulse problem. They can't help it. This is somebody who is evil, who consciously knows what he's doing is wrong and don't want to get caught doing it because he knows I'll lose out. So yeah. So like I said, yeah, that's and you're gonna see more of that. You're gonna see more of that. You're gonna see more people coming up dead, especially the closer we get to the election, right? Because I firmly believe, like I said, you see pictures of Trump with Jeffrey Epstein, giving him hugs, kissing him on the head like this is my man, this is my buddy. All right. And you don't know what has been done. You can't say because you don't have any evidence, but you have guilt by association. So now everybody's trying to distance themselves or be like, oh, we never knew anything about this guy. Or, and then what's bad is it's on both sides. It ain't just Republicans and Democrats. It's Democrats. It's everybody. It's people within that circle of wealth, right? That like I said, you got a picture of former president, sitting a portrait of Clinton in a dress. What's that all about? See, so like I said, is yeah. But you know what the thing is these are things that are not. These are things that have been going on for a very long time. It's just now we're in the age of the media and video. Now all of this stuff is being exposed. The camera is now the light, and all that is in the darkness shall be brought to the light. So there you have it.
Yeah, I agree. In my opinion, that was a hit.
Yeah.
They were trying to tell him something, you know what I mean? That was a warning. all day long. They want this know. This happened. Come on now. Common sense. That's how they work. That's how they move. There was a warning shot. You know, there was you know, it is what it is, and you gotta protect your children. Like Master you said, we gotta protect our children at all costs. We can't let them go everywhere or anywhere by the damn self. And I agree with him 100%. And Brother Leonard said it mouthful too. So I ain't gotta say doing this up too long. Check your children. And yes, that was a hit. These people have power, money, and ways to do things that you wouldn't believe. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
And can I hold on, brother? Sam, I want to say one thing, man. Like when it comes to your kids, man, it should be no holds bars. Like if there's any time you're gonna drop the world, man, it should be behind your kids. Your kids. And I know we grew up in a world, man, where you know people have imagination and you know you make you fearful of certain things, but there should be no doubt. There should be when it comes to your kids, man. There should be nothing that'll hold you back for as far as what I'm like. I will go all the way for you. You get what I'm saying? Right or wrong, because I love you, because that's what my mom did for me. Right or wrong, she held me down. Get what I'm saying? So I'm not. No way. And then furthermore, on top of that, like if I know your kids and you and I are close and we tight, I would do all I can to protect your kids because I feel like you would do the same thing for me. You understand what I'm saying? So if I'm out somewhere and I see your kids out here doing something, I'm gonna make sure that they right and exact, and I'm not gonna let anybody speak to them or do something to them in a harmful or unrighteous manner. You get what I'm saying? And so a lot of times when we sit around with our cell phones, like, oh, they over there kidnapping that little girl. Why you got your phone out? It's 7 of y'all over here and 2 dudes, and y'all recording this little girl getting kidnapped. You understand what I'm saying? Like what purpose is that? You understand what I'm saying? You're not even a beta male. That's lower than a beta male. What are you? To sit and hold your phone out. So I mean, I understand that you wanna take this here and you want to televise it. But when people say the revolution should be televised, because your phone should be down. You should be in the action. Why you got your phone up? Because you got your phone up. You're not in the action. You're away from it. You understand what I'm saying? So if I know you, I'm not gonna let any harm come to your kids. If your kids are me, it's like they with their big uncle. I got you. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so protect these kids, man.
At all costs, man, we have to. You know, that's as parents, that's our job, and as men, that's your duty. It's nowhere around that, man. And if any man think otherwise, you not a man. You ain't been taught correctly, so you need to be retaught, right? But I wanted to read this real fast. It says, last week, Judge Salas was assigned a case with links to Jeffrey Epstein. The case sees investors suing Deutsche Bank and its CEO.
That's Deutsche Bank.
Deutsche Bank and its CEO, Christian Sewing, alleging the bank made false and misleading statements before it agreed to pay a $150 million fine for compliances failures linked to disgraced financier Jeffrey Epstein. So not only do you got the ring, you got a bank agreeing to pay a $150 million fine. You telling me that somebody won't put a hit out on you for $150 million for $10 million to get away from this fine, right? And they claim shareholders lost money because Deutsche Bank dealings with Epstein, you know, who was implicated, right? So do y'all know how this story play out, right? Because they found the killer. They know who the killer is, right? Do y'all know how the story plays out, right? This is no more than right straight off the horror scenes of a movie. This is the suspect. They found him. He's dead though. Like always, the suspect he's dead. So he committed suicide, right? It says, look, suspect in Judge family shooting likely took cross-country train to kill another men's right activist. So he's supposed to have been some type of they say a possible hit list found in Roy Den Hollins's car also included the names and addresses of about a half dozen people, including the Chief Judge of New York Court of Appeals. So this man apparently, he apparently, they says, listen, authorities believe a man found dead in New York Monday was the shooter who killed a New Jersey federal judge's son and wounded her husband at their home on Sunday, law enforcement says. The two were shot, but hold up, they also says that this man took the train. Here we go. They said the officials say they believe the same gun was used in both the killing in California and the killing of the judge's son in New Jersey, as well as the suicide of suspect Roy Den Hollander in upstate New York. They say this man took the train. Look, the self-described men's right attorney suspected, he was an attorney, right? Look, the self-described men's rights attorney suspected in the shootings of a New Jersey federal judge's son and husband is believed to have taken an Amtrak train from New York to California, where he allegedly killed another prominent men's rights figure before investigators believe he returned via train to the tri-state area and targeted the judge, two officials with knowledge of the investigation tell. So this man was, hey, what was that movie with Jamie Foxx and that assassin come in town and Jamie Foxx is the cab driver and he got to drive him around the whole night where he kill all these people?
Yeah.
Y'all know the movie I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about. It ain't all night or it ain't.
It's something like that.
Night shift, the late shift. Or something.
Night shift or something, yeah, where this assassin come in town and just so happens Jamie Foxx is the cab driver. They got to drive.
It's Collateral.
Around.
It's called Collateral.
Collateral, yeah, Collateral. Don't this seem like a scene from Collateral? Like in Collateral, didn't the man die on the train? Was he on the train? Yeah. At the end, he was on the train. Because he said that on the bus, like people move so fast that you'll be on the train or a bus dead and won't nobody even know they'll just walk right by you. And remember, he ended up sitting on the train, died. But now I'll leave that alone, man. But it's just interesting, man. They saying this man caught the Amtrak all the way to California, killed somebody, then caught the train all the way back to New York, New Jersey, went and shot the judge's husband, killed her son. Then he went to upstate New York and decided to take his own life.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, and we
just like a movie, just like a movie, right? Just like a damn movie.
Well, movies are stories, and where do they get the original content from? They get it from real life. So there you go.
You're a movie man, Master. You know what time it is. You got the script.
Mm-hmm.
Lights, camera, action.
Here we go. Hold on, I'm gonna play this video. It said what we know about him. Men's rights attorney suspected in attack. So this is an attorney. Let's see. Facebook.
Now to a murder investigation that spans multiple states. The family of a judge shot at their New Jersey home and a man possibly linked to the crime found dead in Sullivan County. And tonight we're learning that the suspect may be linked to a murder all the way on the West Coast. We have team coverage on this story. We'll begin with our chief investigative reporter, Jonathan Dienst, part of the team that broke the story for us yesterday, and he's been on it today. Jonathan?
David, the FBI says he was targeting the judge and her family and perhaps a lawyer in California last week, too. Those who knew him described him as an oddball attorney, and in his writings, he raged against women and joined anti-feminist groups on Facebook. And he voiced anger at federal judge Esther Salas before he allegedly went to her New Jersey home yesterday. This is attorney Roy Den Hollander, and law enforcement officials say he was found dead from an apparent self-inflicted gunshot wound near Liberty, New York this morning. And it was yesterday, the FBI and U.S. Marshals believe, Hollander showed up at the home of federal judge Salas. There, police say he shot and killed her son, her husband. The judge was not injured. Hollander appeared in front of the
Yeah,
judge
what are you so quiet for?
in a fight over whether the
So we
military
listen. Can you hear
draft
this?
can be men
I can't
only.
hear nothing.
Suspected killer later called the well-respected judge, quote, a lazy.
Hey, do y'all hear what's being played?
Yeah, I
Yeah, I
heard it
hear
being
it.
played. Hey, Nab, you got the you got to be like actually watching the screen. You can't have another app up. Got to be looking at that whenever you play a video.
Don't lie.
All right, let me
I ain't got
finish
no
it,
app.
y'all.
Let me check, man. Y'all go ahead and enjoy yourself. My
Let
bad.
me finish it.
An
My
incompetent
bad.
Latina judge appointed by Obama. Hollander also wrote of his hatred of his own mother and other women and raged about female judges. Neighbors in North Brunswick saddened by the shooting, calling the judge and her family wonderful people.
His family was a tight family. Just close,
Like she about
loving,
dead anyway.
doting parents.
In addition to the upstate search, the FBI searching Hollander's Manhattan apartment for evidence, including perhaps a delivery or FedEx uniform used by the shooter at the judge's New Jersey home. The FBI believes Hollander's violent rampage may have started last week in California. There, a 52-year-old men's rights lawyer, Mark Angelucci, was shot and killed, also apparently by a man in a FedEx or delivery uniform.
And not knowing that there was an assassin at the door, went and got Mark from his office. He saw the gun, turned, tried to run away, and was shot in the back 4 times.
Angelucci had also argued a case involving the question of drafting men only for the military. The FBI again searching his Manhattan location at this hour. Anyone with information has to call the FBI at 973-79.
All right, enough of that bullshit. So you know they got the story.
I can't hear anyway. So shit, don't even matter.
Hey, they got the story fabricated. Look like he wanted to go kill his lover in California. You know, they say he hated women, so he might have been. I ain't gonna speculate. This is just speculation. You know, he might have been on down low, brother. That got mad. What might have happened? But there we go, y'all. We move on to the next topic. All right, right on. Next thing we want to talk about is Kanye West. Here we go. I'm not gonna
Your mic, man. Something going with your mom. Can't hear you, man.
Yeah, you're going in and out.
Okay, that's my fault. No, that's my fault because I'm moving further away. But yeah, so we're gonna talk about Kanye West right now. So
my mom saved my life. There would have been no Kanye West because my dad was too busy.
For one, I love the brother, but the brother need help. All right, I mean, just off gate, you can tell the brother need help, man. So I don't want to disparage the brother. So forgive me if I say something I shouldn't say. Because I love that brother music. When he came out with that what was it, college graduation, whatever that album was.
Yeah. Dropout.
Yeah.
College, look, that album was on point, man. I was rocking with Kanye, man. I was rocking with the brother, man. But this facial expression right here, just let you know, brother need help. So we're just gonna play it, man. We're gonna wish the best for him, but let me play.
Go ahead, man.
All right, now I don't want to find no more clips. Now this is a candidate that's running for president. All right. So just understand this. The brother's running for president right now. And you know, I'm just be quiet because it saddens me. It hurts. It hurts to see what's going on right before our eyes with the brother, man. It really hurts, man, because it makes you wonder what is really going on with these black men and these Kardashian women. Or in Hollywood, like what is really going on? You know, the brother said that Harriet Tubman, well, he said she freed the slaves to give them go work from one slave master to the other. She really didn't free nobody. She just got them work from one white person to another, go work from one white person to another white person. Like what's going on with the brother, man?
Crazy, man.
It's just,
I would actually encourage that we look into that. That's all I have to say on that, Mark.
Well, listen, we can, but who owned stuff at that time? How was the black folks gonna go and work for black people when they didn't have nothing to own? So who owned everything at that time? Who had the jobs at that time? So like,
I'm only stating that so we don't take what he's saying as if he's just as if he's being asinine. I would
he
say
is, because the way he said it, he's not saying it out of respect, and he's not saying it in context either. Because he's not saying it in context, because in context, we understand at that time, black people didn't own nothing. So who was they going to go work for?
I'll mute myself.
I mean, who we going to say they want to work for themselves? They ain't have nothing.
I understand where you're coming from. I understand where you're coming from.
No, it's no way.
She didn't put it back in slavery, but they was out of child slavery.
But what Kanye is saying is, whereas they took them from one white worker and they went to work for another white person. Okay, well, who owns stuff at that time? Who else was they going to work for?
Kanye was making Harriet Tubman out like she was like some sort of broker or a temp agency. Right? She was pirating slaves. Yeah, she was pirating slaves from slave owners, all right, and then getting a cut. All right, so okay, I got some cheap labor for you up north. Yeah, I got this person. That's how he was making it seem, right? And that's very disrespectful and distasteful to me. Because here's the thing: when you make statements like that, you have to come with facts, and you have to come. Where are you getting your information from? What are you referencing? And what does any of that have to do with his presidential damn candidacy, right? What does that have to do with? Okay, I'm running for president. Here are the things I'm standing on. Here are the platforms. You know, what type of motivational speech you gonna give to rally people to get you to vote for him? And you talking about, well, Harriet Tubman really wasn't. She really didn't free the slaves. she just broken them out to white folks, basically. So like I said, is Kanye. I'm from Chicago. I can't claim Kanye from Chicago. That's not my home. Common
Talk
is
to
my
your
homie.
boy. Talk to your boy.
Hey, Common is my homie. Kanye from California, Washington D.C. Kanye from somewhere else. I mean, you out there with a bulletproof vest. You in some sort of type of fatigue type outfit, right? I was trying to understand what was on his hair. He had 2020 like in like shoe polish or something, or Beijing or something on his head, right? And then you breaking down, crying. You go from crying to, matter of fact, when I seen the video, the people was filming the video when he said the Harriet Tubman thing, they said, okay, let's go. So yeah, people walk out. I mean, he running for president. Kanye West right now is on his presidential campaign. I don't know if you guys are old enough to remember this, but there used to be a race car track set called TCR, Total Control Racing, right? Where you could switch lanes with the race cars, right? But one car on the track was called the jam car. Kanye West is the jam car on the racetrack of life. That's what he is. He's just somebody who's going to get in your way and distract you from whatever you're doing because he comes up with some nonsense. He's a billionaire, or, at least that's what they say in assets or whatever. But, go on, sit down somewhere. You ain't serious. So what kills me is he showed up, and I'm trying to understand the motivation of people that came out to see him, right? I mean, I'm pretty sure you had some people out there to see, okay, I want to see a train wreck. Then you have some people was out there, okay, I'll get a chance to see Kanye West. Like I said, I got love for the brother. Some people think, oh, he's a genius. I like what he says. But presidential race, it's all about mathematics. Kanye is going to siphon votes. Even if he's on the ticket, he would siphon votes away from if he was serious, if he'd siphon votes away from Joe Biden, because he's not going to siphon from Donald Trump. And you can't tell me that it might not have been planned that way. See, so so like it's some deeper stuff that's going on there, but like you said, is we see this person just, and really it kind of happened after his mother passed, and if we want to go deeper into the rabbit hole, right? Kanye is, fortune, gotcha. He didn't blow up after his mother passed. So what they say, they got these organizations, that there's sacrifices that happen. People blow up after somebody dies. I'm not gonna name no names, but that's a big possibility. And he could be feeling some sort of remorse, and that could have made him lose his mind, right? Because he had to sacrifice his mother in order to get some success. So, hey, I ain't want to go down that rabbit hole, but that's a distinct possibility. So, but yeah, I yield the floor.
Yeah, for me, man, I don't pay Kanye West no attention. Kanye don't speak for me. You understand what I'm saying? I think he talks sometimes to hear what he got to say. If you running from president, if that's what he's supposed to be doing, that ain't the time you get there talking about people trying to kill you and your baby mama cheating on you. You probably talking about some type of presidential what you finna do for the people, man. And you talking about white privilege, but you married to a white woman. You know what I'm saying? I'm not knocking who you marry. To each his own. Marry who you want to marry. Ain't none of my business. I'm not knocking that. But what I am saying, you talking white supremacy, and then next thing you know, you apologize to her. Like, he just confused in the head. So like, I think people only went there for show. And who's to know, somebody might have paid them people to show it. They might have just came out just to be paid for it. But something's really wrong with him. There's something going on in his personal life. There really is. There's something wrong with him, man. Or something going on that obviously I don't know about. But I don't pay Kanye no attention. And I definitely don't pay Joe Biden no attention either, because Joe Biden just as silly as Kanye. This is my opinion. He is, and I have yet, and I know I'm kind of going off the beaten path. And I'm not a Trump fan, but what I am saying is, this: I've been waiting for somebody to tell me something that Joe Biden talk about. He don't talk about nothing. He never has. I'm for real. I'm when I say I'm serious. Somebody tell me, because Joe Biden just worked. I'd rather have Kanye over Joe Biden. Good God.
Damn.
I'm for real, man. Tell me one thing Joe Biden talk about. I'm for real. He don't know. I'm for real, man. I'm serious. Don't vote for him because he was in there with Obama. Tell me something that Joe Biden talk about. Most I've seen him with him demeaning black people. Them videos that surface. That's what I seen. That's what I seen about him. You get what I'm saying? Trump already know what I'm gonna get with him. I already know. Joe Biden.
You ain't black, man. You don't vote for him, man. You ain't black.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe I won't be nothing then. I won't be nothing.
You ain't
I won't
black.
be nothing today. But I'm serious, man. I'm asking this to you all. Tell me something that Joe Biden talks about. All he do. I'm not. Please, somebody help me, man. Tell me something that Joe Biden talk about. If you ask anybody, all they say is, "Well, you know he like black people." How you know? Because he was with Obama, and what that mean to me. I know black people don't like black people. So get what I'm saying?
Hey,
Manchurian
candidate, man.
Facts, man. the stuff he said. Look at the video he talked about when he talked about black people and imposing the crime bill. Listen to what this dude said, man, out his mouth about black people. Listen to what he said. He man, come on now. What did he say? He ended up saying something like, "Well, it's our fault that they're in the position that we in, but we still got to be able to punish them. We got to Come on, this dude is stupid. I'm for real, man.
Oh yeah, It's new
Joe,
video out.
I'm for real. I'm somebody please. I'm about to yield the floor. Somebody tell me something. I'm for real. I've been asking this for the longest time. Tell me what Trump already know what time Trump. I know he owned. I know what Kanye owned. People act like they blind to Joe Biden. Tell me something good about him. Tell me something. I'm waiting for real.
You know, we blame Bill Clinton for that crime bill, right? But we don't understand Magic Joe there was the one behind it, pushing it so hard that was saying, we don't care. And you so right about you. He was like, we know they come in bad situations and we know they come from bad neighborhoods, but we still got to deal with them. We still got to lock them down, lock them up, remember? So,
Roof, for real though, I was watching Sonetta, right? And I ran across it. If Sonetta put a video up, man, it's new. Every week something doing Joe Biden. They got a video saying that, showing him saying that Joe Biden is comparing black children to the roaches, man.
Oh yeah, I believe it.
That's crazy, man. That's why I feel like I like it when they rub my leg. It feel like roaches. Pull up my leg.
It did.
What the hell?
Did. Well, look, we got a couple new people that came in, and I wanted to give them the opportunity to unmute their mic and say something. I think we got about 3 new people that just came in, and I want to give y'all the opportunity to unmute y'all mic and jump in.
Hello. This is Richard from Arkansas checking in with you guys. Very interesting conversation, and I appreciate it. Hey, I love that ring.
Y'all can go ahead. What'd you say, Richard? Richard, what happened?
I was just saying I enjoyed the conversation, and the brother that's on next, he has a real nice ring on. I'm watching tonight. Hold that ring up, brother, with the Panther hat on. You got a nice ring on.
My brother Ramensu. El Ramensu.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know he could see my ring.
Yeah, that's a cold ring. I like it. This is my first time watching. I normally call in, but to see y'all, it's just real interesting, man. Just keep it going, brother. Yeah, I like all that.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Yeah, man.
You're a real sharp brother. You was right on that.
Y'all can introduce yourselves to new people. Y'all go ahead and y'all can jump in and say whatever y'all want to say. Elder, you got it, Elder.
Yeah, I just want to apologize. I just got in the house like 5 minutes ago, not even, and here I am. I had a pretty good day. It was a great day. Any day, on the ground is a great day. It's another opportunity to learn, to get better, and to be an example for our people, man. Doing the right thing for the right reason. Good to see you, brother.
Likewise, elders. Likewise.
What is going on in the world? They said, Rue, what's going on in current events?
I think Uncharted Truth, she never introduced herself. She came in here biting my head off on Kanye. I'm messing with you. You can unmute your mic, Queen.
Peace, family. Uncharted Truth here, just chiming in for tonight. Don't have much going on this end, but I'm here to support and give my feedback when it's not interrupted. But anyway, let's have a good discussion.
All right. So I think we was talking about Kanye. Do y'all want to jump in on Kanye, on the fiasco with Kanye, and what y'all think is going on with Kanye West? And I know the elder. You might need to reach out to you for some counseling or something, because it seems like the brother needs some counseling right now. So If y'all want to weigh in, or we can move to the next.
Only thing I want to add additionally is we have to remember that these people are actors. They're always in character. They're never out of character. We can't take them literal. We can't take them seriously. They're for certain people, and I don't think this group is for. They're not for this group of people. But it depends on what floats your boat. But we have to keep in mind that they too are part of this circle. They're a special circle, and folks like us are not invited. It ain't for us. If we crack the code, we crack the code, but some people won't. All right, so we have to understand, no matter what he's saying on stage, what fiasco he got going on, we call him bipolar, we call him crazy, whatever, he's still making music. He's still getting paid. He's still doing his thing. He still got these clothes out. People still supporting him, whatever. So we can't get too wrapped up into his character. They are always going to be in character. So I only say that for a reason, and you take how you want to take it. But that whole situation with him, they already took him off the ballot in South Carolina. So when he went there, he wasn't even on the ballot. He's not even part of the presidential for Carolina. He's not even an option to them. So again, I would just say take it how you want to take it, but I always like to reinforce or re-encourage people to not get sucked up into these people and their energy, and just be mindful of how you disperse your energy on certain topics and certain people, because it can be draining. And this is what they do. They do this all day, every day. All right. They are energy vampires. They look for people to latch on, whatever, and we give them that energy. This is what they do. So don't get manipulated. Don't be deceived. Be mindful. Keep your eyes open. That's all I got on that note.
Yeah, what the sister just touched on is definitely true. One thing we know, especially when it comes to these most recent presidential campaigns, with Donald Trump, and now with Kanye, it's like, I don't know if this is a part of the strategy or, but like you said, just being in the entertainment industry alone, a lot of these people feel as though, they can maintain their status by just saying ridiculous things. And Kanye, he definitely been doing that over the last couple of years. So this is just another statement that like the sister said, we need not take serious. We don't know what his motive is. These people use these platforms and these opportunities to say these explosive statements to get attention. And we don't know if that's Kanye's motive was, but we also able to observe the brother definitely needs help. So with all of those different things, I just think that like the sister said, we kind of just she definitely had a good point that we need not take these individuals seriously. You know what I mean? Because between the mental instability and the fact that they're in the industry and they're literally paid, you know what I mean, not directly but indirectly from these explosive statements. You know what I mean? People end up buying their clothing lines or buying their records. And we see it in the hip hop industry as well. You know what I mean? Dudes put on dresses, dye their hair pink and things like this. It's not to say that they actually believe in those things. They don't, a lot of things that they say and do, they don't believe themselves. It's for attention and popularity or for whatever the case may be. But yeah, that's pretty much what I had to be on that as well.
That's a fact. What's next? Set Haru.
Ramessa, you don't want to chime in?
I didn't really catch the beginning of the the conversation, so I didn't want to jump right in and not know what y'all were talking about. But I'm getting the gist now of what I think y'all are talking about. Kanye, Kanye West. Yeah. It's funny, you never know, man. We living in an age where we have a reality TV actor that's the president of the corporation. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and being that the reality TV actor is the president of a corporation, I wouldn't put it past. Yeah, I wouldn't put it past anybody to to be able to be in the light of this world politics that's going on right now. But I do know that the Neely Fuller says that they come at us on 10 different levels of people interaction, and politics is one of them. So they have their picks that they choose, and they put money in their coffers. And these people are bought and paid for long before they've gotten famous or gotten to a certain degree. So you can never know how it pans out. You know what I mean? And especially when we're talking about politics, because the word is that every 2 years all these world leaders go to a place in Redwood, California called the Bohemian Grove, and there presidents are elected or selected, so to speak, and other world leaders, and it's an old boys club, where they sit around a campfire and they worship this huge owl. That same owl that appears on your dollar bill. If you look real carefully on the $1 bill in the right-hand corner, you see that same owl. But I don't know. I think Kanye, from the way I see him, I think he needs a lot of help. He needs a lot of counseling, because he get very emotional, and when people get emotional, that says that there's a lot of stuff and what do you call it, departmentalized issues that are haven't yet he hasn't worked out yet. And when people touch on certain issues, it touches on those hidden compartments within itself, and the only way he can relate or deal with them is by becoming emotionally involved and begin to cry and things like that. But he definitely needs to seek out counseling somewhere, and especially if he knows that he's torn between his religious dogma and what these people are putting him up to do. But like I said, you never know, because everybody counted Trump out. They counted him out right down to the wire, and he pops up the next day as the president of the corporation. That's what it is, the corporation. You know what I mean? So we got to call it for what it is. So I mean that's all I have really.
Okay, let me see what's one of the next topics that we wanted to discuss. We've done the Kanye, Nick Cannon. Yeah, another thing is the Nick Cannon and the Nick Canyon situation. Basically, we touched on that, but we didn't touch on the other part. The brother who was up there on the show with him. I can't think of his name right now. It's escaping my head.
Professor Griff.
Yeah, Griff. Yeah, Griff. Professor Griff. But I mean, to be real, I didn't expect Professor Griff to back down anyway from anything he said anyway. So I mean, I didn't expect that anyway. So
I don't think he backed down. I think what Professor Griff said was that he wanted to wait to speak to Nick before he made a statement. I think that's what he said, and that sounds like pretty much like Griff. He's not going to speak on something that he's not aware of or doesn't have any information on. So that's what I think he said. And so I think once he speaks to Nick, then he's gonna come up with a public statement, and he's gonna do that. Knowing Griff, he's gonna do that. But it's just crazy how 1 minute Nick Cannon is standing on the square, and then the next minute, he's apologizing for statements that he made. I mean, does he believe in those statements? Because if he believed in the statements that he stood on, then why would he be apologizing? You know what I mean? And especially if he knew that statement that he made you know, because he knows the bosses are, you know, they're alleged, you know, Jews. They're Ashkenazians. You know, they're not, you know, the people they talk about or referred to in the book. We all know that. But at the same time, he already knew what the repercussions were. You know, why would he dive off the 10 feet side of the pool knowing that he can't swim? Why would he do that? You know? So those are the questions I would like to know. You know, I mean, before I really make a statement on Nick, I wouldn't want to put my foot in my mouth. You know, maybe he knows something that I don't know.
I know when I looked at it, he didn't say nothing to me. When I looked at it, I didn't hear nothing that he said that would warrant all this. He basically was trying to stray away from that conversation. He was like cutting Griff off. So Griff won't really go in. When you look at it, I didn't see nothing that Nick Cannon said that warrant him having to apologize. Did y'all see something?
Well, anytime you're speaking about the Ashkenazians and Sephardim, whenever you're speaking about them, you know, they want you to apologize because that gives them credence, you know, in terms of who they are, you know, in the world. They want to be able to, you know, tell the world that this is who I am. So Nick just fell into that, you know, into that hole. But the same thing happened with Griff many years ago, you know, which caused him to leave a Public Enemy. Same basic.
Right.
You know, and
Right.
and they made you know, Chuck D get rid of him. You know what I mean? So they had to make a choice, and this is the same situation coming around like almost 30 some odd years later. Same thing. You know.
Right.
Here's the deal. Is Ice Cube, Griff, Minister Farrakhan. These are men who are not anybody's employees. Okay. These are people either, you know, they own their own stuff or somebody else doesn't own them. Nick is an employee and he got reminded that he was an employee. All right. Nick makes some money, but see, it's not about his personal money too. Is Nick has to look at it. This is the thing that we have to understand is, you know, he's a new guy in Black consciousness, right? So, you know, he like, just like with any new person, oh man, I know this stuff and I'm, you know, now I'm on this, I'm on that, I'm awakening. All right. So I want to share it to the world. When you're at war, you can't be revealed, you can't reveal everything, right? You can't say everything. And not because you can't say it because you're afraid to say it. You can't say it because you're not in a position where you don't have the element of surprise. All right. See, so that's where, you know, Nick still is trying to, you know, Nick helps out the community. He does a bunch of different things. And what happens is he gets that money taken away or he gets the sponsorship. Now he can't help the community like he needs to or like he wants to. Right. So it's more than just, well, I'm getting fired by these people. Nick's like, listen, I have people depending on me. Right. Or I got movements or I got things that I'm trying to accomplish where I got, you know, people that I'm feeding and I'm, you know, I say something and I say something wrong, or I say something that gets misconstrued, or I say something that somebody doesn't like, and I'm employed by these people. All right, I got to maintain because I have too many other people depending on me. See, so that's one of the things that we have to realize is, yeah, okay, you know, he does his thing. You know, you kind of see Nick as being this guy, you know, kind of the hip guy, the clown, the buffoon. You didn't dressed as female, you done did this, you done did that. Now he's awakening up, now he's coming into consciousness, right? And the thing is his employees want that old Nick. They want that old, you know, they want that guy, this, you know, the buffoon, the clown, the minstrel, right? And you got to play the minstrel. But the thing is that you have to do this with strategy. You got to bank your money, you got to build your foundations where when you walk away, you can say, you know what? I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do, and I don't really care, right? See, so Nick wasn't in that position yet, so that's you know that's how I kind of feel about that when it comes to him. And like I said, Griff, you know, these guys, and that's you know, like I said, is you know Griff's stance, you know, Griff's a conspiracy theorist.
from way back, right? And a lot of the stuff he says, rings true, right? Some people say, nah, that ain't, but really, when you look at some stuff, he talks about a myriad of things. See, so like I said, it's but if you do an interview with Griff, you know where he's going, and so you might have to say, all right, maybe we do something later, or maybe, we kind of try to control the content, right? Maybe we don't go down this route because it's things I'm trying to do. And unfortunately, this is the position I'm in. In war, you got to know the terrain, right? You got to know when it's raining, you got to know when it's mountainous, you got to know when it's the desert, you got to know, if it's the ocean or whatever, what a battlefield is. And Nick forgot what battlefield he was on, right? So he got reminded, and yeah, okay, he had to apologize. And I'm not knocking him for that, because like I said, what a lot of people don't know is he's got a lot of things going on, right? And it's a lot of people that depend on him. So, if it's just him and his kids, okay, I got enough stash to where I'm good, right? Or I'll figure some other stuff out, right? I'll make some rap albums to do something. But if I'm trying to create organizations, involved in different things, I'm supporting people. Now that's a different story, because you could shut an entire organization down by, not having this type of funding that you can give to this organization to be able to do the things that they do. So I'm gonna leave it at that.
Yeah, what y'all think about first off, I want to thank the people in the chat that's watching live. I appreciate y'all, and I'm reading y'all comments. So I really do appreciate y'all in the chat that's commenting and talking to each other, right? So what I wanted to do is, let me share my screen. Well, I ain't gonna share my screen. We just talk about it. What do y'all think about Donald Trump talking about sending the federal troops into Chicago? I think another state was Kansas City and Arizona. I think them were 3 states that I saw. I know that they already have the federal agents in Seattle. So Trump has been mentioning this, but he's actually going through with it as we speak. So what do y'all think about that? Do y'all think that it's a good thing, bad thing? What do you think the outcome of it is gonna be? Is he doing this because it's getting close to election and he want to be the law and order president? What do y'all think? Because what I saw in Seattle was they straight up just beating people. And I'm wondering, are these what federal agents is he sending in? Are these the ICE federal agents, the ones that was capturing the illegal immigrants, or who are these federal agents that he's sending in? I don't know. Maybe somebody can enlighten me, but in that video I saw in Seattle, they was straight up whooping. They were just straight up beating you. It was straight up yo, they can't come in the hood like that. Somebody gonna get killed. They not gonna be beating people with them sticks like that. And just think, nah. I'll leave that alone. What y'all think about it though?
Can I say on that, man? In Portland, Oregon, white folks, the Black Lives Matters I done seen in Portland, Oregon is mostly white folks. What are they? I just don't get that. You sending troops to Portland, Oregon with a bunch of white folks, a majority white folks. Then from there, you gonna go to Chicago? Are y'all just prepping to go to Chicago and just getting okay, it's okay. We went to Portland, so we cool to go somewhere else. Cause I don't see what going where 80% is white folks and ain't 2% black folks. How is that even? I don't even see what Black Lives Matter is doing there.
Right. Chicago. Like I say, grew up in Chicago, born and raised. Was in Chicago last October. What everybody since the Obama administration is seeing about Chicago, people from Chicago have already known, right? We've already known about the shootings and kids being shot, and from Ben Wilson to everybody, right? So this is not anything new. Chicago's always been a gangster town, right? When I went there in October, it was kind of heartbreaking because it's gentrification in full effect. It's amazing. I'm really trying to figure out where are these people at and who's getting shot, because nobody's out on the street. It's almost like a ghost town. It don't have the same feel. Chicago is certain streets that you could go down in certain areas where the street is alive, right? You got people out there, doing stuff. It's all kind of people, see, so you don't have that anymore, right? When I was out there, I was like, where's everybody at? It's, this is a weekend, and yeah, okay, it's like 55 degrees, but that kind of don't stop anybody, right? People, so I'm like, okay, so where the heck is everybody? I mean, I had to ask my cousin. I said, yo, man, what's happening with? So who's getting shot? Where are all of these people at? So it kind of makes me wonder. But the federal agencies, if it's ATF or whomever, the FBI, I'm not sure, because I didn't really read up on it that intensely, but that's about saving property. I understand Chicago's kind of going through a renovation. Cities like Chicago, New York, Los Angeles, these cities are cities where if you live in the city, you pay a premium to live in the city, right? All right. And paying a premium is, okay, you got all the amenities, because like I said, the South Side, all of those housing projects. I don't know if you guys, there was a movie called, it was two movies. It was Next to Kin, all right, that showed like Robert Taylor homes, and then it's the movie with Halle Berry, Raising Isaiah. That was Stateway Gardens, okay? Chicago, all of those projects are gone, okay? You're talking hundreds of thousands of people relocated out of buildings. So now you have this prime gentrified property. They putting condos up. So what you have is people moving back into the city so they can go to the Bears game, Cubs game. They can go to museums. They can go to, be access to downtown. If you right on State Street, because I went to school right across the street from Robert Teller, you can look straight down straight State Street and be downtown. And my cousin lives on 19th and State Street. That's like right there downtown. So this is what I'm saying is you have, and Trump got property there. Okay, this is about protecting property and that urban renewal situation that they got going on. And yeah, okay, so you got the mayor. Listen, people, that was like that Trump preacher out of damn Cleveland talking about, yeah, I talked to some of the thugs there. See, you already messed up because you ain't talking Chicago language. People try to solve the gang problem. That's what's solving the gang problem is depopulation. That's what's solving it and moving people out of these areas. My aunt, she worked at a school. She worked at the same school that Marla Gibbs went to. What is that? Phillips High School in Chicago. She said what they did to them is they were training interns, all white interns, because they thought they was going to go out to the suburbs. They fired every single teacher and replaced them with the people they trained. This is Chicago Public Schools that did that, right? So they marched and picketed. I said it's too. So when you start seeing things like the demographics of the schools being changed, housing projects being torn down, and property, you get real estate and other types of developers coming in, creating condos and different things, and high-end real estate right there by the lake and all that. You start seeing that kind of stuff happening. That means the neighborhood is getting ready to change. And your alderman, because Chicago don't have city councilmen, they have aldermen. Your alderman has failed you because he has not made your district or your ward, not made your ward economically viable. So this is a big, gigantic gain, all right, for Chicago to be like how New York is, where you got people living in apartments, okay, paying upwards of $4,000 a month. That's the kind of stuff they want to try to do in Chicago, where the real estate is high, the money's being made, and it's almost impossible for somebody who is middle class or whatever to really live in the inner city, unless you're a professional, white collar professional person. Other than that, you're gonna live on the outskirts, the fringes. See, so that's what I see. I see some property being protected, because all of this stuff has always happened. 15 people getting shot, 7 people dead. These are things we grew up with. Come around like the first part of June, right when school would let out, you hear about somebody getting shot, and it's like a bad shooting. 5 people got shot. Then all of a sudden, what we used to say is, it's getting ready to be a long, hot summer. As it heats up, Bud Billiken parade in August. August is the Bud Billiken back to school parade. Back in the day, they used to have the parade itself, and they used to have the police parading all of the criminals that they would catch, gangbangers, all these people behind the parade. All right. So this is what I'm saying is this kind of stuff has always happened because of social media that people now know about it, right? Everybody in Chicago has already known about that. See, so, and then, these other places, like I said, is you just have to look and see, Seattle, that's a big liberal city. You see, these liberal cities, Chicago's a big Democrat liberal city, Baltimore, not sure where in Arizona, but that Arizona, that's drugs and that's illegal immigrant corridor. So, these are all strategic things, and these are messages that the Trump administration is trying to, hey, I'm gonna be tough on these type of people. I'm gonna be tough on these kind of people right here. We're just not gonna allow our major cities to be taken. And these are cities that he got property in. So, his supporters may not see that, they may look beyond all of that, but those of us who got our eyes open, we know what the deal is. So I'm gonna leave it there.
Just wanted to reiterate on is being enforced or what have you, and it's just for those who are listening can look into Title 40, Section 1315. It explains what law enforcement authority of security of Homeland Security. They're protecting public property, but the irony is it says public buildings, property, and works. So just by using their lawful terminology on what property is, that can be a person, artificial person. All right. So anyone who is interfering with their mission, all right, whether they're transiting in a vehicle, all right, that's commerce travel, that's you moving property, whether you're driving or you have someone in your vehicle, they can seize anything. And it goes into details, very, very clear of what it is, and the powers and the designations and all that stuff and all the regulations, penalties. There's a full detail for those listening. If you want to just be familiar of what the 40 USC code is, again, it's 1315. You can pull it up, Google it, real simple. But he did announce this today, and I think it's to bring order, but I would again be mindful of their terminology of how they word things, because everything is a spell, and they are really they have mastered at how to speak to the public without the public really fully having a grasp on what they're actually saying or what they're actually doing. So I just wanted to again piggyback on what Mr. Walker just said. That's all I have on that.
Yeah, it's real interesting, right? We're having a conversation right now in the effects of things. We kind of like gloss over the cause of things, like in New York, as well as other states, are going through what we call regentification, identification. And what's happening is that New York is the capital of the Corporation of America. It's where Wall Street exists. It's where the capital, where you get your cash cow from in the country. So one of the things I noticed was that back in the 80s, you had this is the cause. You had drugs running rampant, throughout the country. And you had CIA operatives funneling them drugs. And there's a fantastic story about Free Ricky Ross. how he was didn't know it, but he was in the company of a CIA operative by the name of Danilo Blandon, and he was he was trying to help his people out, the Sandinistas. And so that was a wonderful way of spreading crack cocaine throughout the country. Now they've done this before with heroin back in during the time of what's his name, Luciano, when they pulled him out of prison, had him selling heroin in all the Harlems across the country. But it's always about drugs. This is how they create what they call redlining, because when the neighborhood is saturated with drugs, the property value goes down. And at one time in Harlem, right, they were as they were condemning these buildings, you had huge busloads of tourists, white tourists that was coming up to Harlem. And there was a time when white people you wouldn't catch them after sundown in Harlem. You just wouldn't catch them. There are busloads coming up to Sylvia's, famous Sylvia's, up on Lenox Avenue and other prime locations, and they was just touring the neighborhood. And what they were doing was spotting out what they wanted. So now the neighborhood is crack infested, property value goes down, and then they began to sell those brownstones for dirt cheap. And none of us, black people, right, were in on the take. Very few. You had a few, but now these white folks, they're all up in Harlem, buying up property owners, and I'm pretty sure it's like that around the country. So what they do is that instead of telling you that they don't want you in the neighborhood, they raise the price. Now, how many people can afford a one bedroom? Like I had a one bedroom apartment across from Prospect Park on Ocean Avenue in Brooklyn, and I got that apartment like in probably like in the mid '80s, and it was a $500 a month one bedroom apartment. That apartment right now runs for $2,500. What could they have done to the building where they asked that kind of money? $2,500, because it faces the park. They like to face the park. They like to face the ocean. They like to see the scenery. But I can tell you, these were the causes as we engage, in the drug game, because one of the things that Freeway Ricky Ross talked about with Blandon is they offered to give him weapons, and that's what they do. They arm both sides, just like the Rothschilds. The Rothschilds, they supported both sides of the Confederate and the Union War, and these guys are funding weapons with both sides of the so-called enemy. So they give them drugs and weapons to the brothers, say downtown, and then they come uptown and give drugs and weapons to the brothers up there. So the first thing we do, we want to fight over turf. So of course, we fighting over turf. But they sending in these little guys disguised as black people wearing masks, right, to instigate war. So when you hear many times of blacks shooting blacks, a lot of times those are white boys under those masks, and they just revealing them. They're catching them now. You know what I mean? So we have to really be aware of the silent war and how they're coming at us. Because if we don't, recognize that the drugs right now are really the thing that's allowing them to come into our neighborhoods, and just, push us out. Drugs running around. And when I say drugs, I'm talking about marijuana. Any food or mind altering substance is a drug. Sex could be a drug. Shopping could be a drug. You understand? Food could be a drug. But I'm talking about those drugs that cause us to pick up arms against one another. So we just have to be more aware of that, And the more aware we are, then we can deal with the cause and not necessarily the effect. We're just observing the effects, and it's really crazy. But that's all I have to say. Thanks for letting me share that.
Haru.
Hello, fellas.
Yeah.
We're here.
Okay.
Let Master you back in.
Yeah, I'm letting him back in. I see him. All right, fellas. Hey Cam, what? It was something else. He said it was a rapper.
Yeah, Megan Thee Stallion. I don't know if y'all heard of her, but she got shot. She on a date with a dude named she's a hot Texas, out of Texas, Houston, Texas, hot rapper. But she was going on a date with a dude named Tory Lanez from Canada, this rapper. He's got a personality disorder, identity crisis, going off on everybody, calling himself Tupac, attitude problem. She gave her bodyguard's night off, from what I heard, and he shot her in the foot two times. So she walking around here handing the rant, talking about that black women are not being protected enough by black men. How do y'all feel about that?
Well, I don't know. That's the way she feels, but like I said, we just showed a video earlier of brothers and sisters going out there to stand up for a sister that something had happened to her. So I don't know how to take that.
I'm gonna say this right here, and I'm gonna leave it alone, let y'all dive in. I'm gonna say this right here. She gave her bodyguard night off. She should have used better judgment. Tory Lanez, she should know who she was talking to. This guy got a reputation. So I think it's for black men and women, we gotta be more responsible of who we are surroundings and who we want to be alone with. I don't think it's a black man problem, but see, a lot of young girls look up to her, right? They're gonna take that as I can go. I don't need a black man. Megan said it. I'm gonna find me a white man or whatever. You know what I mean? So the way she said it was kind of, to me, it wasn't wise. Sometimes we put ourselves in situations, and if you're dealing with ratchet situations, expect ratchet energy to come back your way. Don't put it on black men or black women or the whole race. I'm not defending Tory Lanez at all. It ain't gangster to shoot a woman in the foot twice. But Megan, she's not really what you call woke. I'm not saying she's dumb, but to come off like that, black women and black men need better choices. She should have my bodyguards around her. If that's the daggone case. How y'all feel?
I agree with you. My question is she still with the person who shot her in the foot?
She's really dating her about it. But she has a right to do that. She's young and she's independent. And she lets you know in every song she does.
Oh, okay. So
but yeah, she's got the right to talk to who she wants to talk to. But don't blame the whole race of men.
Yeah.
Because you ain't protected. We just saw over there in Gastonia, North Carolina, black men came together over a black woman.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So for her to talk that ratchet mess, but that's all she put out, ratchet music. She got a song called Savage, but I'm not judging her. Because I like certain songs. It's not really woke myself. It's all entertainment. So I'm not taking it to face value. Oh no, it's just entertainment. But to come out here and attack black men, she got young sisters listening to her. Right. So that to me, that wasn't really wise. If anybody, everybody should learn that you should pick better. Sometimes the street guys with that mentality is not the best. And it shows, because you don't get that energy, whether it's from a ratchet woman or a ratchet man. That's all I got to say about that. Y'all can go ahead. You can show the video or whatever.
Yeah. All right. So here's my thing, right? Is you got Megan Thee Stallion, Cardi B, Lil Kim, and Nicki Minaj. All right. So what we see and what we hear are characters, all right, of these people, right? This is not their real names. This is not, this is, what they portray. They're like the sister said, they're in character, all right? So, and these characters, okay, are, not the best women, all right, are not indicative of women, but like I said, they use their sexuality as power. Okay. You know, things they talk about, how they dress, all that kind of stuff. And like I say, it's all an act. It's all part of their, you know, how they make their money. At some point in time, you have to separate your character, all right, that you portray, you know, in the public from the real person that you are, right? And what I'm kind of seeing is that I'm not seeing a separation. I'm saying, okay, so I'm gonna really be this person right here, you know, is you start to have a real person, okay, that's, you know, business minded, or, you know, trying to have children, trying to do this, trying to do that, you know, having a family, you know, dating, whatever. That real person, all right, is getting swallowed up by this character. If these characters attract a certain type of guy, right? You know, and I'm not gonna cuss, right? But you know, a F boy, right? See, so you get these kind of guys, right? And what's bad, what I don't like is that, okay, so you are with this guy, this, you know, kind of into your world, into your vibe, you know, as part of your lane, and he's a F boy, right? He ain't somebody that's gonna treat you right or whatever, right? And then you get, and when he reveals who he is, all right, that he ain't hiding who he is, right? Then you get mad and then say, oh, well, you know, I'm not protected by no black man. I'm like, come on now. It's kind of like the Sierra and Future type thing, right? Sierra have a baby by Future, okay? See what kind of guy Future is. Future got what, you know, 10, 11 babies, mamas with more kids, and, you know, perpetuating that type of thing. But so she leaves him and she goes to Russell Wilson, right? A lot of people was pissed off at that, saying, "Oh, why should she, she, you know, was a bad girl with a bad guy. Why should she get rewarded?" Well, we're not gonna get into all of that. What we're gonna get into is that the lesson there is that, okay, you see this guy, and yeah, okay, he may be exciting, he may be this, he may be that, you know, the sex is good, you know, y'all having the time of y'all lives, you know, you're young, but at some point in time, it has to get serious. And when it gets serious, okay, is this somebody that you're gonna be able to build with? Is this somebody that you're gonna have a future with? Is this somebody you're gonna have a family with? Is this somebody you're gonna have an ordinary life with? You know, and it's kind of hard to have an ordinary life when you know, are entertainer. But at some point, you have to say, all right, in my house that I've got in the middle of acres of land, surrounded by a gate, I can be who my government name is, or, you know, who I grew up as, and I don't have to be this character no more. So like I said, is you know, people have to make better choices, and men too. Men, okay, you know, you see what this woman is, or this lady is, and she's not gonna change. All right. So you can't get mad and be like, man, all these bees out here. No, 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 no. Because there's plenty of good sisters out here, plenty of good brothers. If you pick a bad one, right, and they show you they a bad one, right, but you want to try to make them good and it don't work out, or you want to try to, you know, make somebody into something that they show you they not gonna be, you can't get mad at everybody else.
Right,
Right?
right.
You know, you can't be like, well, ain't none of y'all, you know, ain't none of y'all shit now. Because see, and then like I say, she said, you know, black woman is the most unprotected woman. Like you said, is and this brother a long time ago said this, right? When it comes to ladies, and this is something for ladies, right? And this is how I honestly feel. A woman is supposed to bring the best out in a man, right? A woman is, you know, a man has to aspire, right? Oh man, you know, this it's like kind of like growing up, you know, back when I was growing up, it was Janet Jackson. You give, or you know, Janet Jackson, or Tony Braxton, you know, they out of your league, all right? Your woman has to be out of your league, right? So in order to be in her league, you got to bring your A game. You got to step up, right? A woman should be able to do that for a man. A man she has to be able to bring the best out. If a man does not have to bring the best out of himself, and he can do whatever you want to do with a woman, he'll never respect her, right? So if Megan Thee Stallion is out here, like, listen, that Megan Thee Stallion thing, that's my Hollywood thing. That's my character. I'm really this person. And this is really how you're going to treat me. And this is how we're going to do in private. And this is how we, I'm not going to have this and I'm not going to have, and this guy, Tory Lanez, if he's not trying to bring the best, if he don't have to be the best of who he is or the best man he can be in Megan Thee Stallion, then she's doing herself a disservice, right? Because what she's going to have, because as important as love is, or even just dating or being infatuated with somebody, I believe the first thing you have to establish is respect, right? If a man does not respect a woman enough because he feels like, okay, well, I don't have to do anything, because it's a man's nature to chase and to hunt and to try to pursue. That's in the man's nature. If he don't have to do that, right, and he don't have to earn, right, then he's not going to respect it when he got it. If it just comes too easy, well, I can just do whatever I want to do, right? So I can do stuff like, oh, what you said something, I pull this gun out and shoot you, and then shoot a woman twice in the foot, something like that. See, so this is what, same thing with a man. A woman has to be able to trust him because of, she has to feel like, all right, this guy, right? And and even if it ain't a serious relationship, if it's just dating, right? Let's just say, no, we ain't talking serious. We talking just dating, right? You're just dating, okay, I can date this guy and whatever happens on the date. But the thing is we're going to have a good time and he's going to respect me. If I'm out with him, he ain't going to let no foolishness happen, right? We going, we just going to have, it's going to be chill, right? And that's respect, right? If she can't feel like that, or if a man can't make a woman feel like that, right? Then, that's the thing that a man has. If you're earning that woman's respect, if you didn't brought your level up, right? If you didn't leveled up like like Sierra said, if you didn't leveled up and she said, okay, all right, you've earned me. Now, okay, now that I've earned you, you're gonna have to respect me because I'm the man. All right. I've showed you that, I got you, right? If she can't do that, she can't respect him, then it's not going to be any. So this is where we're missing. We miss this respect factor a lot of times. And like I said, you get with the wrong cat, all right, or you get with the wrong, lady, you get with the wrong female, and you notice. And then what's bad is, you get your boys and your girls. Your girl said, "Girl, I don't know about him. All right, yeah, he cute, but I done heard some stuff." Oh, girl, or your boys be like, yo, man, hey, you ain't serious about that, are you? Because I'm hearing some things, sometimes you gotta kind of, listen and say, all right, let me see if I see these red flags. If too many people is dropping red flags, then you might just need to say, you know what, I had a good time, thanks for the time we had, but I think I'm gonna do me, and you go ahead and do you. See, and that could have happened, and he could have been like, oh no, so like I said, is we got to be careful out here, and Hollywood types, young ladies, sisters, we can't, these are bad examples, right? I mean, I'm sorry, it's just, Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, Nicki Minaj, Lil Kim, female rappers, that sisters might want to aspire to be like this Rhapsody, okay, who's straight, with her craft, but she still represents femininity without representing hoishness, okay? And I'm just gonna say it like that, right? These is women that's talking, about how they're gonna do it, like I said, is for a woman to sing a song saying savage, all right? Number one, okay, that's kind of like fighting words back in the day. I mean, call somebody N-word, all right, that's fighting words, but call some people some savages, y'all some, that's fighting words. And now you just have embraced that. That's to me, and hey, I'm old school. And maybe a lot of that I can blame on my generation for not being there to say, no, this is not cool. This is cool. You know, I'm seeing the arc of development here, and some of the stuff y'all doing, okay, I can get with that. But this part right here, I can't get with. So
Even Cardi
yeah.
B, excuse me, but even Cardi B was talking about, is it's old news. I don't know if like most people heard about it. But even Cardi B talk about she just drugged some of my men and robbed them.
Right. You know, when she was a stripper.
Ever sleep with transsexuals or gay men? I don't know. Yeah. And nobody
when
want to talk about that.
When she was stripping. But I mean, to be honest with you, let's just be honest. All right. If you know, you be out there in them strip clubs and you think, okay, because these women are really not trying to sleep with no men. They trying to get their money on the stage. Because once you cross that boundary, ain't no telling what could happen. You don't have a pimp, you don't have nobody protecting you. So you in a room with a man, right, that has paid you money, all right, to perform, and you just don't feel like it, or you feeling creepy or whatever, so these types of situations as a man, you out here giving hundreds, 200, 500, whatever you giving to a stripper to put her in a hotel and do what that's a dangerous situation for both people, right? You ain't no telling what could happen. So yeah, Cardi B, that's kind of foul, all right, but I can understand because you're kind of protecting yourself. But if that's the case, then don't put yourself in that situation, because I'm planning. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get with this cat, right, and I'm gonna run game on him, and I'm gonna drug him up. He ain't gonna die, but he gonna go to sleep. I ain't gonna give him none. I'm gonna be all right, but then I'm gonna take his money, right? Yeah, that's foul. Okay, don't put yourself in that situation. And dudes, brothers, you see somebody and it's that type of a deal, that's too good to be true, right? So, so that kind of goes both ways, but it's that culture, and this is a culture we got to get away from. And this is, some of the things I talk about. We talk about racism, we talk about police violence, all of this. Let's look at our family dynamic. During the civil rights era, 80% of Black people of age were married with children, right? What does that mean? That means that when Dr. King, Elijah Muhammad, Malcolm X, Medgar Evers, whomever, whatever leadership we had, could go to the community and could mobilize instantly. They could get, because you had communities and families, whatever ideas they were trying to push, they could organize and mobilize real quick to get things done, right? Right, as of 2018, I think only 27% of married age Black people are married, right? That's like driving an engine, or driving a car, a 4-cylinder car on one cylinder, So you wonder why a lot of these things are happening within our community. If you don't have unity in your house, you're not gonna have unity anywhere else. So now you got a bunch of kids, bunch of young ladies growing up, with misconceptions about things, bunch of young men not going down a path of warriorship, right? But the good thing is, like you said, is we're starting to see these types of things change, because we're having these conversations now. You see where, oh, you smack a sister, or you see somebody getting ready to run up on grandma, you getting ready to get knocked out, right? Or you about to do something to my mama, oh no, if I got to stand here on my own, that's not gonna happen. Now we're starting to see that warrior flame catch fire again, right? And we're starting to see our sisters backing our brothers, all right? But when you get that one, Megan, oh, we unprotected, oh, we this, we that, no. You just chose you just posed a bad one. Get with, don't try to get with somebody in his head he think he a number one. Get with a number two, because if he a number two, he gonna make you number one. And I'm gonna leave it at that.
Right. What do you think, El Remesu, how you feel about it? If you're still there.
Yeah, I'm still here.
How you feel about the situation with Megan Thee Stallion and getting shot in the foot and blaming all Black men?
Well, I can't really speak on that particular situation because I don't really know about her. I did read about it the other day, But for her to, blame all black men for one man is really, it's really it's a skewed way of looking at the world. If you blaming one person, a whole group of people for a one man's act, that's something that's really crazy, especially if you have a platform where you can, you can influence people. That's not correct. But I'm gonna check that situation out a little more thorough so I can speak on it a little better.
She definitely is a dope rapper. Her content is very like a hit song with Beyonce is Savage. But she is very crazy to blame all black men for her situation.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Well, somebody obviously was talking to her about black men, and then when this happened, they probably whispered in her ear, "I told you so," and now this is how she's spitting. Somebody had that conversation with her before, try to get in her pants, probably. Some white executive or what have you. Somebody at the top. That's how they do. You know what I mean? And then they see, what the person is saying, and they say, okay, well, all black men are like that. But I'm gonna check it out. And I did, like I said, read that a couple of days ago, but I didn't get into it in depth.
I said we all gotta make better decisions who we talk to, black men and women. I'm just gonna pick on the black women. A lot of people love to say, I posted on Facebook, and people didn't go on my post, but soon I posted on my Facebook and said the same thing I'm telling y'all. People over there talking about you got some of these woke guys going against black women. No, I'm not.
Yeah.
See, that tells a lot about them, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
They probably talking to Junebug, you know what I'm saying? Some old street guy. The similar Tory Lanez. But I won't try to step on toes. I was speaking real. We all gotta do better.
Well, you say, Nevon, if the shoe fit where? You know what I mean? And you throw a brick at a bunch of barking wild dogs. The only one that's going to really bark is the one who got hit.
Exactly. Brother Richard, how you feel about it? Brother Richard, you down in Arkansas, close to Texas. You heard of Megan Thee Stallion, right?
Yeah, I've heard of Megan Thee Stallion. I mean, it's just sad what young people are going through with all that money. But hey, they making money off of that. That little rapper boy and that Will Smith and his wife, they making money off that. So it's all about making money. That's all I see.
That's right. Master you? Master you?
Yeah. I'm here, man.
You got any closing comments about it?
Man, for real, man. Honestly, man, I ain't paying that man no attention, man. Let them be, you know what I mean? Like I ain't paying that mess no attention, man. That's between them and their business. He shot in the foot, whatever I don't know. I don't know what happened. I don't know what started. Ain't none of my, that ain't none of my business, man. Whatever, that's theirs. It ain't mine. Let them do them. Again, that's my piece, man. I'm not one really into, in people's business. You know what I'm saying? I think Megan Thee Stallion she's a pretty woman, man, with a lot of assets. No disrespect, you get what I'm saying? And I'm quite sure a lot of other men and women, for that matter, probably think the same thing. But whatever her and that dude had going on, ain't none of my business between them. For her to let her bodyguards go, obviously they were some type of close, or there was some level of trust there that was obviously broken. I don't know what resulted in somebody getting shot. I don't know. That ain't for me to decide. That's between them. Whatever it is, I hope they can work it out. If not, both of them got a long life ahead of them, and I'm quite sure they both find themselves with somebody else. Man, that's my piece.
The only reason I brought it up, I'm not really a fan of her, but I respect some of her music. I respect her lyrical ability, some of her content. I'm not judging, and it is that business. The only reason I brought it up, bro, because it's current, and also she throwing all of us out like that. You know what I mean? Black men.
Yeah, I feel you.
You know what I
I
mean?
feel
That's
you.
why I had to address that, man, because
Yeah, I
it's
feel
the
you.
platform to address it. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah, I feel
I
you.
care less to make Savage Part 2 or remix. I don't care about that. Or who
Yeah,
she date. It's just the fact it's a learning. You can learn from the situation, you know?
yeah. I mean, that's how she feel at the moment because she probably felt like she was betrayed by a black man or a group of black men. A lot of time, man, people sometimes they and I'm not saying it for her, but sometimes some people react out of emotion. So you know how you could be with some people, man, and something happened and only one person did it, but you blame everybody. You blame everybody for what happened, man. Maybe some time past she'll change her mentality, whatever it is, or maybe she'll still feel that way. But I don't date Megan. She not in my circle. I'm married, and what I got, my wife don't feel that way. So how Megan feel is how Megan feel. But hopefully she won't stay that, as a lot of you all said, she's a lot of influence on a lot of people. Hopefully she don't stay that way. But if she do, man, there's so many other black women who value and cherish black men. So if she do feel that way, that's truly how she feel. And if she stay that way, there's still so many other beautiful black women who love black men and who know black men, protect them, and love them. So I put my energy towards them, man. That's my piece.
Anybody got any closing remarks? Anybody got anything else going on in this hometown for current events? Any good news, bad news? If not, we'll shut it down. Elder Remissa, you got anything to say? Closing remarks? Anybody?
No, not necessarily.
All right, well then, what I want to do,
They have a meeting every night. Every night.
I want to thank everybody for coming up here. What I want to do, I want to give y'all the opportunity to close out, let people know where they can find y'all at, and we'll go from there.
Peace, family. This is Master U. Great conversation. I was in and out for bits and pieces of it, so I didn't get to hear everything, man. But the pieces that I did hear, everything was all well. Thank you again, Sat Haru, for a great platform. All right, peace.
Peace to the fam. It's Neb, Amin Ray. It was a good conversation. I hope everybody enjoyed it. I hope everybody who's listening is having a good week. I want y'all to keep your heads up. Keep your family safe. And I enjoy the platform. I joined everybody. Y'all have a good week. Peace.
Peace.
Hey, this is Richard out of Arkansas. I just want to say, hey, great show. I think you, Stuart, you getting real good at showing them videos. And it's just good to see the actual people talking for once. So, man, hey, man, y'all out have a great night and stay positive and stay safe and keep your eye on Chicago and what's going on with Trump there.
Yeah, I want to thank everyone. I do apologize. I came on a little late. I had some stuff going on, but what I heard was very inspiring, and it's always a pleasure to be around consenting minds that consent for our self-actualization in the unity of our people. So I look forward for more forums like this. Thank you.
And again, and I think have everybody said everything? Okay, and I thank y'all for being here as well. And we look forward, and we'll see y'all at the next show. So peace and Black Power. Love y'all.
Peace. Likewise.